Elizabeth Castro, who joins us from Barcelona, and Elizabeth is a political analyst and an author. Elizabeth, thanks so much for speaking to us here on TRT World. Tell us, what options does Pedro Sanchez have now, because he has less seats than last time? Will this break the political deadlock?
Well, probably not. Certainly, Pedro Sanchez called these elections hoping to get better results, but he got worse results. He lost 3 seats. His closest political ally, which would be Podemos, also lost seats. He saw the far right doubling its seats, as you mentioned. Vox, which is a populist Spanish ultra-nationalist group, which is biting at the heels of the PP, the Partido Popular, the rightist party, which makes everything more complicated, not less. He basically lost his gamble. So he has 2 options. One is to try to get the Partido Popular to abstain so that he can govern with a minority, but they're unlikely to do that, with Vox being the actual, the harder right, much harder right. And the other possibility, which would take some true leadership, which would be really interesting, would be for Pedro Sanchez to create a leftist coalition with Podemos and with the independentist parties and the sovereigntist parties in the Basque Country, in Galicia, in Valencia. That would be a coalition that could recognize Spain's actual plurinational character. And that would take leadership. I don't think he's going to do it.
So interesting, all the options that he has, or lack of options. But tell us, as Francis Collins, our correspondent, said, the story of the night was that significant rise of Vox, the far-right party. How important is this?
Well, it's important, it's depressing, but, it's not unsurprising. One of the interesting things about it is the parties that are basically the Spanish unionist parties, which is all of the central parties in Spain, blame the Catalan independentists for the rise of the right. But if you look at the numbers, Catalan independentists actually did very well in the elections. They had their best results ever, winning 23 of the 48 seats. And in fact, 30 of those 48 seats went to pro-sovereignty forces, people who believe that Catalonia should have a referendum on independence. And so where did Vox come from? Vox came from the PP, from the Partido Popular, from the rightists. They didn't come. It's more of an extremism of Spanish regional unionist centralist parties. They were always there. Now they're showing their true faces.
Elizabeth, it's been great to get your analysis on this story. Elizabeth Castro, live for us there from Barcelona. Thank you so much.